Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back making another album. I've been sitting here this afternoon just kind of piddling around. I was kind of busy today with my husband, and we had a little lady over here today, so I was in here back and forth and all that, and I decided I was going to go ahead and make this recipe album that I've been wanting to make. I'm going to be utilizing the Country Kitchen Collection by Cartabella. It is super cute and the paper is so sturdy. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to make our cover. Okay, so I've already cut my chipboard. My chipboard is 6 1/4 in height and 4 3/4 in width. So I'm gonna go ahead. Try to do as much prep work before I turned on my camera here, so I could try to not make this too long. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and what I did is I scored myself 1 inch at this end, and I'm just gonna eyeball it kind of in the center, just so that kind of helps to get me going here. And all I did is I'm using 110-pound weight cardstock, and I joined 2 pieces of paper together because it's gonna need to overlap a little bit. My spine piece is going to be 1 3/4 by 6 1/4, of course. Okay, now last album I made, I did like 1/8 of an inch, and y'all, it really did wonders. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm trying to line it up. I'm gonna try to do like 1/8 of an inch on here as well. I don't want it too close, but not too far away. I need to fix this. Got a little bit. Okay, I want to trim this because of my chipboard. I've got a little paper here. Okay, there, because I want it to be pretty even. Okay. I'm gonna go about just like that. Nope. There we go. It was almost not a save there. Okay, pretty close. Okay, and then my last piece. Put this down. And there you go. Use your bone folder. Press this down really well. I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to trim it off, leaving about 1 inch on this end. If I'm not cutting it straight, it's okay. It's underneath. No big deal. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my sides all. I'm going to start folding them up, and then we're going to add tape. The last album that I did, I actually put tape going across the top here, and I found that it really did me some benefit doing that. So I'm going to do my tape going around, and then I'm going to do some over the top. Let's see here. I'm going to use my score tape, and I'm going to go over. It's over here just like this. And then I'm also going to do it along the perimeter of the paper. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit wider tape for the outside. I'm going to use this. This is 1/2 inch. I'm getting it as close to the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's up underneath anyway. is taped down. Okay, press this down really well. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, before I go any further, I need to miter my corners. I almost forgot. Just gonna trim off my corners here. I'm leaving a little bit. I'm just leaving a little bit here, 1/8 of an inch or so. Don't trim it all the way down, because then you'll be able to see the chipboard when you're folding your paper, and you don't want that. And okay, my trash can is overflowing. Okay, so let's get all our tape removed. And get the bottom part removed. Okay, I'm going to do these one at a time. Remove these one at a time. Pressing it in. And there you go. Just like this. Going to do this one. Get this pressed in. And peel this off on the end. Now on the ends, make sure you take this little edges here, kind of press them in. Just like this. Fold it over. Okay, now we got one more side. Y'all, my husband got his Mustang running today. He was so cute. Hopefully you'll stick to the end. I'll see if I can include. I did a little video of him moving the car. And he was right before he washed it. And he was so proud. I'll see if I can include that. Hopefully you stick around for that. Okay, so there we go. Now we got our cover. Okay, so I'm trying to see if, make sure I can kind of start bending these just a tad. Okay, so here we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a nice white piece to put underneath here. Or actually, I might go ahead and put my decorative paper. Might as well. Let me see which one I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this. I really do like this. It's super cute. And I think since this paper is so thick, I'm gonna go ahead and put my decorative paper. And what I do is I just come up here and I kind of measure, go in just a little bit. And I'm just going to trim that. And I'm going to get that in my book. Oops. Wrong one, friends. Okay. Now we got the paper trimmer. I'm going to trim this paper. Hopefully, if you watched my video the other day when I shared this paper, look at that, so cute. It's got stoves on it. I love it. The ovens. And this one is, I like this because it has the cookbook. It has this cookbook on there. I think it'll be great as the base piece in here. And it's gonna go right in here just like this. Isn't that darling? Okay, I'm gonna get myself some get myself some good tape going on in here and some glue because I don't want this to move. I want it to be very sturdy. Now, I put tape and glue the other day. I did have someone ask me, why did I put tape and glue? Why didn't I just do one or the other? The reason I did that is just because I want it to be really sturdy. I want it to adhere down. And if you add the tape and then put a little bit of glue, it gives you a little wiggle room with being able to kind of move if your paper doesn't go in straight, it gives you a little wiggle room to move it around. That's the reason that I did it. I'm gonna go all the way. I love the ovens too. I really thought about doing that side too, but I really like the other side that's got recipes written on it. And that's the reason for this album. This would be a great way for you to make it maybe a little bigger in the spine and put more pages. And you could make it like a family cookbook. Wouldn't that be just wonderful? It would be something homemade from you, and yeah, it would just be, I think it would be something that your family members or friends would treasure. Okay. I'm gonna need one more piece, and as you see, I'm getting this well taped on. And I'm hoping that it goes on nice and easy for me. Okay. And I think I'm going to try it without adding any glue just this time. Because I'm going to take this, I'm going to peel this off and do this one row at a time. Let's just start at the bottom here. Measure it up, line it up so everything is nice and straight. When you get it up where it's nice and straight, hold it down. And when you got it right where you want it, press down this tape, hold everything in place, and pull it off. Press it down really well. And now I'm just going to lift up underneath here, and I'm going to grab the other pieces and pull them off. And I got 3 more, and we're going to put this friend down. The weekend flew by. It just did. It did. It's like today just flew by. Okay, so I got it fairly straight. I have a little bit extra white up here, but let's not worry about it. It's okay. Press this down really good. Don't you love that? Oh. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find my crease. Carefully, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to find the other one. I'm going to fold these carefully. Look at that. I'm going to keep working them. That looks good. Okay. Press this down. Press this down. Okay, so there we go. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay, so when I bent this, I have a little cracking going on here. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this. I had this happen before, and this is what I did with it. So I will show you that. That really kind of makes me sad, just that little piece. If I would have come out just a little bit more, I probably wouldn't have had that cracking, but we're gonna fix it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we're gonna put our this in here in the middle so we can have our binding in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's work on the outside for just a minute, okay? And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm utilizing one of these mailing envelopes I got from the post office, and I cut myself a piece that's 6 1/4 in height, and I'm gonna put this over my spine area because this is so tough, it's hard to tear. And I've never used the product Tyvek, I think it is called. I have seen Kelly Stone over in her channel, the scrapbooking channel, Southern Scrapbooking, and I've seen that she uses this, so thank you so much for the tip. I know that she puts it on the inside, but I had cracking on one of mine that I made, and this is what I did to save it. And it actually worked like a charm, made everything nice and smooth. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this adhered on, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've peeled off the 2 pieces of tape that I put in the center, and I'm just going to gently lay this over and kind of press it down where it's pressed down just in the middle. And I've learned from some, Kathy Orta. I watched her, she's a genius at this, and she says that never ever put your thing on when it's totally straight, kind of have it a little bit bent. I am not a pro at albums, I just try. I've never professed to be a pro, and there's nothing wrong with admitting your mistakes. Okay, so since I got this on, I'm gonna press this down really good just in the center. I'm gonna get this down. And I filled it with tape. And there we go. Press it down really good. See? And that helped right there. This is just the seam from the bag, but it's okay, we're gonna cover it. Okay, so there we go. That's our save on that one. Let's go ahead, and while I'm doing this, and I'm not gonna worry about these little wrinkles right here. Let's not worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna put something on the cover while I've got this going, and I had already chosen what our cover will have on it. Let me find it. There's so many beautiful papers in here. Okay, I hope I didn't go, oh, here it is, okay. So what I had decided to do, there was this landscape or this portrait in here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And I thought that I would put this on as my cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this one all cut down, and I wanna make sure that I'm getting the most important parts, which are like the little piggies. I want to make sure that I'm getting those in my scene. So I'm just going to kind of measure this up. And I'm going to get this trimmed. Yeah, I thought this was just absolutely beautiful. So let me see. Okay, I want to make sure I'm going to be putting this on. Look what's on the other side, y'all. I know, but this outside, it looks so pretty. And I think I'm going to put this on in 3 pieces. Or I might just go ahead and decide not to. Yeah, I think I should do in 3 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to measure. Sometimes I have to think my way through this stuff. I'm sure you do too. So I'm going to measure my first piece. Cut it. So this is going to be on the front. And look at this, isn't this so cute? Okay, so I want to put that on the front, and I think it's just darling. Just darling. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, before I cut the other one, let's go ahead and get this one adhered down. I'm just using some tape runner here. Make sure I'm putting it on right. This paper is so thick, y'all. You would not be disappointed in the thickness of this paper. There we go. Look at that. I like it. And then I want to make sure, I think I'm going to do like a different color on the spine, but I want to make sure that I at least get, let's see, the house. I don't want to cut too much of the cows off, but I want to get some of the house. So I'm going to cut it here and here. Get that for the back. Sorry about that, y'all. And I get to going over here, and I get all bumping onto things, and I'm like, come on, Dina. Okay, I'm gonna do this one for the back, just because I just think it's so pretty. Okay. Make sure you get enough tape on the tops and bottoms and sides. Look at that. Okay, so there's that. I think I'm gonna use like I think I might have a piece, maybe of red. Let me look at my stash over here. Okay, y'all, so I had to stop my video last night when I was putting on the trim or on the spine. I got a phone call last night. It was my brother, and so by the time I got off with him, it was late. So I'm back today. It's now Monday, and I just got home from work, and I thought I'm going to come in here and I want to work on finishing this album. So as you see, I added this decorative paper from the collection to the spine, and the front and back looks so cute. I found this Bless This Kitchen in the collection, and I layered it up on some white and some red. I was going to put something bigger, but I don't want to cover up how cute the little piggies are. It did cover up a little bit in here, but I did not want to cover up the sweet little piggies. Okay, so now let's work on the inside. I've already done my spine piece. This is what's going to hold it together, is the binding. And I've already got it put together, and let me just tell you the size that I did. What I did is I cut this one at 5.5 in length, my strips of paper. You need 3 strips. One of them needs to be 5.5 by 1 1/4, scoring on a 1/2 inch on each side, leaving that 1/4 inch. And then 1 3/4 by 5.5, scoring it on 1/2 inch on each side. And then the 2 1/4, scoring on 1/2 inch on each side. Then once I put it all together, once I put this all together, I folded, scored them folded it up and I glued them together where they were trying to be semi-even in the center there. And I glued them together, and I've gone ahead and I've put my double-sided tape on the front and back of each one. Now our next step is going to be to adhere this into our book. So let's get that going. Last night when I got off the phone with my brother and my sister-in-law, I was like, oh my goodness, it's already after 9 o'clock and I had to go into work today, you know, so I was not able to do any kind of a lunchtime project because I was in the office today of where I work. So it was actually kind of nice to get out, and it was very quiet on my floor. Normally there's probably about 400 or 500 people just on my floor, and there was only 5. So it's a very scarce, small crew whenever I do have to go in, you know, because I do work for a big company. So, okay, I'm going to add that extra strip right there. Because I want to make sure I have plenty. Let's make sure I get this all pressed down really well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get this as close to the center as I can. I think it's going to work out. Okay, let's get this off. Y'all, I cut my thumb, just sliced it a little bit when I was cutting some chicken yesterday. I was making chicken salad, and oh no, it was the grapes that I was putting in the chicken salad, and I sliced the edge of my thumb, and it's just a very little bit of a cut, and every time I bump it now, it's bleeding. It bleeds, and so I have to keep putting a Band-Aid on it. I mean, when I take it off, it's not sitting there gushing or anything. Okay, so I am going to add glue on top of this tape. Okay, my thing keeps getting clogged up, so let me work on this. Okay, let's try this again. I love the Barely Art glue, but these tips, even when you clean them, they get all clogged. And it's hard for me to keep my glue coming out. Okay. See, I'm just having the issues with this old glue. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's okay. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this right as much in the center as I can. See if I can stand up and look down over my project here. Try to make sure I have the even amount above and below. Looks like that's even. And it looks like I have about the same amount. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's not dry up the Barely Art glue. Let's get this pin on it. Get it put over. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a second, okay? I want to get this good and dried. Okay, it looks like it's pretty close. I think I got it back a little more than toward the front, but just a hair. Don't worry about little things like that. Okay, let's start working on our pages, okay? Okay, so for our pages, I am still utilizing, these awesome cards with the scallop on the edge. I absolutely love them. I am getting down to my last few, and yeah. So I'm hating it that I'm almost out, but I'll have to just go to Michael's and get some more because these are absolutely darling. So what I decided to do is utilize the cards and envelopes, and I've already got 5 of them ready to go, and then I'm going to do the 6th one with you. And what I did is I adhered the card. Here's the card, and I already put decorative paper, and I adhered it well, what I did is I put solid paper on the envelope, and then I adhered this on the top. So therefore it becomes a page and a pocket and a page. And as you see here, I stuck a piece of paper in here because I need to measure my pullouts here. And this is a great place to add them in. And then you will attach this side to the spine. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make one of these on camera. So the first thing that we're gonna need to do is let's go ahead and get the envelope adhered down. Okay, so I sealed it closed. And now I'm just going to take my paper trimmer. And I'm going to trim off just this little bit, okay? On both sides. I mean, literally, if you have this trimmer and this white line that's right here, you could use that as a guide and do all of them like right there on that edge of that white line. So that way you're taking off the same amount on each one. So there we go on this. See? Okay, so already got that. So what I did is I cut myself 2 pieces of solid paper. One is going to be on the front, one will be on the back. And I put this solid paper on here because when I put my scallop paper, I want a little color sticking out from underneath. If you have colored envelopes, skip this part. It's okay. Just gonna get this adhered down. And do the other side. And when you're doing this, it makes your pages real sturdy. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now, of course, you have it like this. Now, I should have added a little extra tape right here. So just lift these up, because this part needs to be adhered down. Okay, so now one side will be attached on our spine piece and where our binding is, and then the other side will be where the pocket is. Okay, so now what I did is I took this card in this envelope and this card, and it measures 5.5 by 4 1/4. I've already put some double-sided tape on the back, and actually I like to pull this one off first. I'm gonna pull this off, and I think that, let me see which side. I think I'll do this one. What I did is I lined it up, so it's even in the center. You see that touch of red hanging out, and just peel it off. Now go ahead and peel off the rest of them. Just lift up carefully so you don't bend your paper. And once you get those off, get it pressed down. Okay, so now we go. Now we have this attached. I've already gone ahead and cut myself some decorative paper to put on here. So don't you just love these? I love that it's vintage looking. It's just beautiful. So let me look at the other ones I've already created. I've already used this one on the front. So I think that I'll go with this one on the front. Okay, so it's going to be adhered here, but I've gone ahead and cut myself a 1.5 inch strip, and I just cut it longer than what it is on the front. It's too long actually, but I'm not going to worry about that. I could trim it off. But what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and trim this. way it's not too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in place, just kind of fold this over on each side like this, and I'm going to use my bone folder, press this down, that way then I know where this is going to go. I'm going to utilize some really skinny tape. Let me see if I've got my 1/8 of an inch sticking out here anywhere. I do, got some right here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put it on here on the bottom. I want to make sure my little jars that's on there. Let's see, do I want to put the jars or do I want to put the red? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to live on the edge and do the jars. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, put myself a skinny piece of tape. Yeah, I didn't do this on every page, but I'm making a little shallow pocket. So I'm just going to add this on. I'm going to fold it over. I'm just going to kind of pat this down so they're even. Okay, or I'll do it this way. And there we go. Press this down really well. You can add a little bit of glue up underneath here if you want, but we're going to adhere it on, so it's going to be okay. So now I'm just going to adhere this on. It was really hard getting up this morning because when I work from home, I don't wake up until 6, but today I had to wake up at 4:45. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm getting this centered, and I want to make sure it's even as best as I can. So yeah, it was hard getting up. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be the front. So now, by me doing this, I have a little pocket that I could put like a little recipe card. You could stick a receipt or a coupon or something like that, because this is going to be for our recipe album. Okay, so I've got the front. I've already cut myself some other pieces. So let me see which ones I got here. I think I have this one. It's going to be for the back. Or should I use the roosters? Let's see, the front. I think I'll go with this one. Let me see the backs of these. Oh yeah, I could do that. Go ahead and get this on the back. You could put a pocket on the back part too if you want. Then I've got these two pieces I'm going to put on the inside. So let me see what this one looks like. I think I'll do this. I went to the Tuesday morning by my work today, and it's still only 10% off, and they're wiped out with all the good stuff. I won't go back to that one. I'm sad to say I'm done with that one. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to do one here. I did another one. On another one I did a pocket on the side. You do the same way like you did on the front, but you put it on the side. Make sure that you're getting this even, but you don't want to put it right down on the crease. You want to have it out just a little bit. That way it still folds okay. So there we go. That's what our pages will look like. And then from here, you're gonna decorate it up the best way that you want. Like you can put like things like this, just whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get this in our book, and let's just decide, I'm gonna decide which order I want these in. So look at that one with the cows. You know, I kind of think that I'm gonna go, I really do kind of like this one. So I think I'll put that one on front, and then I think that I don't want to put two of the ones with the pockets together. So I think that okay, so maybe I will do it like this, okay? Okay, so, but I'm gonna start it, for me, it's easier for me to start at the back. So all you're gonna do is you're going to get my tape peeled up, and actually I'm gonna peel it this way. See if, and then what you're gonna do is this side is open and the other side is, but you're gonna slip this down over your little binding. Don't put it flat on there, just put it about where it's a little bit left on there. Get it as even as you can. See, whenever I put it there, it's like about 1/8 of an inch. I think that that's probably good. Press down, and then you're gonna bring this forward. Make sure your pages are gonna be even. If they're not, just kind of peel it up before you press it down really well. I wanna make sure my pages are even. Okay, I'm peeling it up. That's why you don't peel off the tape on both sides right away. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this down. I wanna make sure. Okay, I think that's gonna be close enough. It's close enough. Okay, and then you're gonna reach up underneath, and you're gonna grab the other piece, and then you're gonna carefully get this put down, and there you go. So now we got our first page. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up the rest, and I'll show you what the pages look like. Okay, so I got my pages in. Looks real good. So now you can put whatever you want here. What I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to put some recipes that maybe I remember that my mother made. Like her banana bread recipe. And what I'll do is I'll reach out to my siblings and get them to like maybe send me a recipe that they remember that our mom made. Our mother made the best biscuits, y'all. So I'm going to have to put that in there. So this is going to be a work in progress, but I wanted to show you what this is looking like. So here you can put something here. You have a little pocket over here, okay? And you can put something here. Now inside here, you'll be able to make yourself some little cards, recipe cards, to put in there. And it would really be a great idea is if you talk about the recipe, maybe post a picture of the recipe and then put the recipe down in the pocket. So it's kind of up to you how you want to go and finish off your recipe book, but this is turning out so cute. Here's one that I did on the side, the little pocket, and each one of them, of course, has the little opening here, so you're able to put a recipe card down in the sides, and I just think it's going to turn out absolutely darling. I think I'm gonna make it where my recipe cards stick out just a little bit. That's why I made myself a little extra space inside my book, so then whenever I close it, if I have those sticking out, they'll still be up inside my book. So before I go, I wanted to show you, I had cut these out. These came in the collection, and I think that they would be such great little shallow pockets for the front and the back. And what I did is I cut them out, layered them up on some paper. And let me grab some score tape. If you want to score tape it or if you want to glue it, that's up to you. Gonna get my score tape right on the edge. Get this pressed down really well because I want to make sure that this, it's like a little tuck pocket. Nothing comes, like it doesn't come off. So I want to make sure that it's on there well. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it, kind of center it in the middle to make sure you don't get it on the crease. I'm going to put it down here, like down here on the bottom. And then by putting it like that, now I've created a little tuck spot to maybe put a recipe or something like that. I'm going to use this one for the back. Hopefully, oh yeah, it fits perfectly. I think that this is going to be so cute once I'm all done adding my recipes in. And yeah, I think it's going to be just absolutely beautiful. I like the way this has turned out, so I'm really, really serious about finishing up putting recipes in it and then making maybe for my 5 siblings and send it to them with our mother's recipes. We had talked about doing a family cookbook, but, and this could be what I could do is I could put my recipe in there, and I could send it to them and they could fill it with their own, or I can get recipes and fill it up and then send it to them. It could be like a little gift for them. I don't know. I have to think about what I really want to do. Okay, I'm going to get this centered. Okay, and remember I just put the tape on the sides and the bottom. So now I have a small little pocket here. And I love the way that is going to turn out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself some little cards to put in there so we can write recipes on them. And I'll come back and show you what that's going to look like, and then we'll be almost done. I really could do so much more to the front, but I just don't want to take away from the beautiful scenery. It's kind of like a country recipes is what it could be like, and I just think it's coming out so pretty. So I'm going to make one of the cards to put in there and show you guys what it will look like. I'll be back. Okay, let's finish this up. What I've done is I went ahead and made 6 cards. I've got one left I'm going to do. And what I did is I just cut white paper and then some decorative paper. And I just left, of course, a little bit of border around the edge of the white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see where I put these little circles. And all I did was punch out some little 1.5 inch circles. And I'm just lining them up. I'm thinking that right in here I have a little gap, so I might add one about right in here. So what I did is I take off the white paper and I kind of laid this over, and I took my little circle and I tried to line up the stripes as even as I could, just like that. And then all I did is put some double-sided tape on each side of this, on that side, on the other side, and I just line it up. Just like that. It's not, let's see if I can lift it. It's not as straight as what I would like. I think I've got a save. It's going to let me save it. I'm going to move it over just a tad. And there we go. So now I can put these in the order. That way then they all look like they're going in a row. So then what I'm going to do is you just take the top one. You're going to put it in the little pocket. And you can write recipes on these. And it sticks out just a little bit. Then I'm going to do the next one. There's plenty of space in this album. There's so much space. I'm going to have to buy some more of the cards and envelopes because I'm down to where I couldn't make another one right now because I don't have any more. And this really, once you get going and decide what you want to do, it's really fast. You see how it sticks out just a little bit? That's how I wanted it. Okay, so now I'm gonna, oops, missed one. Put that right in there. Two more. And the last one. Look at that. Doesn't that look just absolutely darling? And you can open this up. You're going to have plenty of spaces for recipes. If you want to add a grocery list, whatever you want to do, this is actually, it turned out absolutely fabulous. It's better than I could have expected it to be. Look, you can see where I wrote the measurements on there. I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that. And there we go. That is what it looks like. Now take it and decorate it up. I did see in the sticker sheets here, I love this one. A family stitched together seldom unravels. And I absolutely love that. And I think that I might put it right back here in the back. Because I just think that that's absolutely just darling. Okay, I want to make sure it's straight. Okay, and there we go. You could put a circle underneath if you want. Look at that. It's just darling. Utilize the stickers to go in and decorate. I'm not going to decorate everything up yet until I put my recipes in here. And then I might use stickers and add them on the recipe cards. But how cute is this? This is so cute. I love it. Oh my goodness. And where my spine started to crack, it worked like a charm to use this paper that does not tear. You cannot even tell. And it was a quick save. It just turned out just wonderful. I just love it. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking with me on this. I know this is a lengthy process, but making albums are not quick. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll give this a try and make one. Like I said, I did purchase these cards and envelopes at Michael's. And so, I don't know if other stores have it, but I love it with this little scallop edge on it. It just makes it so cute. It just gives it something extra. Anyway, hope you stuck around for this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. And y'all, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get in there and quickly make my husband and I something for dinner. And because he should be home in about 25 or 30 minutes. So, yeah. So, I'm going to get my evening going. Have a great night, y'all. Love you guys. Bye. Okay, it's a big day. He gets to move the car. Yay! So proud of him. I can put together anything. Look at it. Oh! That's exciting. I'm so proud for him. Look at that. Okay. He still loves this one. But look at that. Oh, it's a good one. Yay! has worked so hard on it. Look at you. He's gonna wash it. Look at that. New tires, new wheels. Now he's gonna wash it. Look at you! You did it! It's the first time you've driven it 20 feet. Right?
Flip it around and clean it.
That's right.